Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is June 11th, 2022, and it's now or never for Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency markets. If that interests you, then let me explain. Watch until the very end. I understand a lot of you are frustrated. A lot of you are angry, but this is to be expected. All right, let's zoom out really quickly. Why are you angry? Why are you frustrated? Right? We all are to some extent. It's because we've been in a downtrend ever since November 8th, 2021. So that is approximately 210 days down in Bitcoin. Now, if you're in an altcoin like Cardano, for instance, this is a top 3, top 5 altcoin, right? You've been down since August 30th, 2021. Almost a year, right? So that is almost 280 days straight down, all right? You're angry, you're frustrated. This is to be understood. It's not that you can't be that, okay? You can acknowledge those feelings, but as a trader, as an investor, it's best to step outside of that for a moment and understand why. And, use your skills in technical analysis, use your skills and your understanding and your discernment in fundamental analysis, in sentiment analysis, and perceive the opportunity for what it is, okay? If you're this angry, it's likely that we're at a macro bottom, okay? We're at a local bottom at least, okay? Maybe not a macro bottom, but at least a local bottom, okay? So we understand the feelings, we acknowledge the feelings. Now, we go into smaller time frames, all right? I was on the 15-minute time frame because I was looking at something specific. I'm looking at this inverse head and shoulders right here. And this may be, I don't know if it is, but it may be the absolute bottom, okay? I'm not sure, but it may be, okay? It may break down a little more and prove to be a corrective pattern, or this may be the start of an impulse. This may be the actual bottom. Now, another sort of point on context. Now, if you're in a 250 day downtrend and you find the bottom plus or minus 15, plus or minus even 30 days, you did a pretty good job, okay? Again, you're not looking for perfection. You're just trying to get close, okay? And using your skills in sentiment and fundamental analysis. So this is a daily show. I come on here every day and share my views on the market using my skills in technical analysis. For those of you frustrated that if I call a bottom or if I think I saw a bottom and it's not the bottom, please understand what I'm doing and what we're doing. I'm actually every day when I see something that I really, think, given my analysis, is a bottom, I'm going to start laddering in. Okay, you know how some people indiscriminately dollar cost average. I use my skills in technical analysis to dollar cost average in. So I'm building positions. This is how I'm building multi-million dollar positions, okay, in the market by using my skills in technical analysis. Every time you see me say, oh, I think this is a bottom, maybe I said it here, okay? Maybe I said it again here. Maybe I said it again here. And then I'm saying it again here. All this averages out to really fucking good buys. Don't get it twisted. Don't be confused. Just because I'm saying, oh, breakout, and we break out when we come back down, I'm not that is a great trade. Even if I didn't sell, and I don't actually, I don't, because I'm looking larger time frame. I'm holding these positions, these particular positions. I'm not scalping. Okay, if you understand my larger viewed, you're subscribed to the channel, you'll know my larger term analysis. I've been building positions, right? And for the one that does go, if it's this one, I will have great average buys in these assets because I've been building positions on what I thought was the macro bottom. And I feel I'm not, this is just from my perspective. This is the way to do it. Because there may be some guys, some, analysts, maybe Nancy Pelosi's sort of chartist. Somebody's out there that can catch the absolute bottom without question, no fail. But I'm not like that, and I don't need to be like that because just giving you an example, these 4 buys, or even here, right here, I'm thinking that this is the bottom. This is fine because this averages out to great positions, okay? And now I'm using Bitcoin as a proxy, but as you know, I've been averaging in on altcoins. Crazy, all right? Now, let's get specific as to what I think is going on in the market. You will all know that I'm looking at this in terms of the reversal pattern that I keep talking about, okay? And what's that really quickly? It's basically a sequence of 3 corrective sequences or corrective patterns or corrective corrective patterns. Yeah. I never know how to articulate that because it seems a little bit, I'm using the word to define the word, but you know what I mean, okay? I see my initial break of structure still as this move right here, okay? And I see this right here as a 333 complex correction, okay? I've said this before. I'm not going to get specific as to like what's WXYXZ, but it's something like that, okay? And then here I see the pivot starting, okay? You know that my corrective or my reversal pattern consists of an A wave, a B wave, and then a pivot A, pivot B into impulse, okay? So the pivot A is another A wave, and this so happens to be a flat correction that I'm seeing. So this is what I'm seeing right here, okay? So this hasn't changed, okay? But what has changed, and this is another important point. And guys, I'm revealing my methods. This is basically how I make my living. I don't do anything else for money but trade, okay? So building positions and stuff like that, this is what I do for a living. If you guys are getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm seeing that still as a pivot. And again, it's not about being 100% right. If I had to put all my chips on the table and if I was wrong, lose my positions, then I would be a terrible trader and terrible investor because it's not about being 100%. It's just probabilistic. I'm probably leaning towards that with a high degree of probability, given my reads, given what my indicators are saying. Do you see what I mean? And so then I hedge, but then I always have an aspect of risk management. All right. So for those of you who are angry, please understand it's risk management. That's everything. So what do I mean by risk management? Risk management is laddering in. So, I think this is it. Add a little bit. It's not it. That's cool. I think this is it. Add a little bit. It's not it. That's cool, right? And then sometimes I play defense. I'm reading my Fibonacci retracement, and I'm like, ooh, if that is indeed an A, then I'm going to make sure my liquidation point, if this is if I'm buying on margin, okay? Again, one of the risk management things is if you're at a macro bottom, the bulk of your positions should probably be on spot, not on margin, okay? So I'm talking about margin. So that's another aspect. Tools of the trade, and I've learned this the hard way. I'm not going to get too much into this, but those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about, okay? So this is my pivot right here. I think I was reading this right here, and I still think this is a flat correction right here. This is a picture-perfect, quintessential flat correction. But what comes after this caught me off guard. I thought this right here, and I'm going to change the color real quick. Let's change it to blue. So I thought this right here was the B wave that ended. But it turns out that all of this is the B wave. And this is the trouble with, trying to this is a trouble with some of these corrective patterns, using Elliott wave theory. It's hard to say that it's over and done because, as you all know, there are such things as complex corrections, and complex corrections are basically just your regular flat, zigzag, and triangle corrections all bunched up in different permutations and combinations. And this is what I think we got here. So we got this flat correction, and as part of a complex correction, and this was W, probably X, and I think this was the ending diagonal of a Y. So this is what I'm seeing now, so I'm going to change that. So that's a flat correction in a larger sort of complex correction, and that's hard to read before the fact. It's kind of a read and react thing. And I've said this before on the channel. And for those of you who are angry, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. A lot of the times I'll read and make assumptions. Maybe I'll make a call and I'll take a position, right? I'll let her in, but then I'll read again and react and change my read. That doesn't necessarily mean I threw everything in the out in the toilet. No, it just means that given the price action, I'm reacting differently. So I'm seeing this WXY, and I think, and again, one of the things that's really cool, that's consistent, is no matter what kind of corrective pattern. Why can't I pick a different color? Let's pick yellow. No matter what kind of corrective pattern, one of the things we know, whether it's a simple or complex correction, the last wave is always impulsive. And that's exactly what we got here. We got an ending diagonal, and I'm going to prove that to you here. So just stay with me. And again, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. A lot of people who are angry and you comment, and you see angry comments, they probably don't even watch the video, okay? For people who actually watch the video, they're doing work. They're doing analysis on their own. They're probably following my analysis. This isn't for beginners, right? Most people who are looking for just calls for the top and the bottom, they're going to be frustrated by this because I don't do that. This is an extension of my trading journal, again, and this is my actual job. And trading's extremely challenging. And if you think you can just jump in and get somebody's calls, even if they're skilled, and then make buys off of that, and then the next day you're always going to be in the profit, maybe that works once in a while, but by and large, that's not how it works. So I'm literally just trying to share everything with you. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not sharing it behind a course. I don't care. I don't need your money. I get paid by the market. So if you guys appreciate it, like, share, and subscribe. But I don't give a damn if I have a lot of subscribers or a lot of followers. I love doing this, so I'll do it even if nobody's watching. Okay, so this is a W. Where's my W? Where's my W? Where's my W? I'm trying to figure this out. Instead of a WXY, it might be a WXYXZ, because if this is W, this is X, this is Y, this is X2, right? So I change, instead of WXY, I think WXYXZ. But the most important part is that whatever this B wave is done, right? Because this is clearly impulsive. This is an ending diagonal. Let's jump down in the hourly time frame, and you can see it. Okay, and these are hard to read if you've never seen them before, and I'm going to point it out right here. So remember, ending diagonals are 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, our typical impulse in Elliott wave theory is a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Okay, even the leading diagonal is a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Although it's a diagonal, the ending diagonal is special. It's a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And here's what you see, and it's confusing because you're like, oh, that's the end of whatever, because you see big wicks, but you're like, ooh, that's tricky. So that's your first wave. That's your sorry. You see how it can get a little tricky. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is wave 1. Wave 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wave 3. 1, 2, 3. Wave 4. 1, 2, 3. Relatively simple, and wave 2 was relatively complex. So law of alternation. And then wave 5. 1, 2, 3. And that's all she wrote. Okay. And this is what gives me confidence in making another buy. This is why I made another buy right here at this bottom. Okay. And I hope that really helps you all, people who aspire to do this professionally or who really want to know, why the hell am I calling for bottoms every other day? It's a daily show, and we've been down 250 days. My sentiment analysis is showing me a bottom. My indicators are showing me a bottom. I know the bottom is near. Even if I don't get the day right, I'm going to continue to say, well, I think this is a bottom, and I'll tell you why. What you should look at, not if my conclusions, but you should look at the work behind the conclusions, okay? Because the conclusions may be wrong, but the work up to the conclusions are what you should use to determine my viability or my competence as a trader. I think this is how you can distinguish good analysts, good traders from those that aren't so good, right? Why are they saying what they're saying? And if there's some validity to saying what they're saying or to thinking what they're thinking, okay, even if they're wrong, they're consistent. They know their fundamentals, the rules behind, of their trade, right? If they're using Elliott or Wyckoff or whatever, they're consistent in their analysis, even if the conclusion's off. Okay, that's how I discern if an analyst is worth even listening to, for me personally. Okay, so yeah, this is why I'm seeing a bottom here. And we've gotten tons of volatility, which I love, because that's always telltale sign that something is nigh. So again, I'm seeing this entire move right here as our B wave. So if this is the A of the pivot, this is the B of the pivot, the next move is impulsive. I would not be surprised if today was indeed the day, right? Both getting volatility and my patterns are sort of completing. I've gotten an impulse. And if I turn on my indicators, I'm bottomed out on the hourly. I'm bottomed out on the 4 hourly. I'm bottomed out on the 8 hourly. Beautifully bottomed out on the 8 hourly. When I say bottomed out, obviously I mean oversold on the 12 hour. And I'm finally actually oversold on the daily, which we weren't. We haven't been oversold on the daily for quite some time. And the weekly is beautifully oversold, as it has been for quite some time. So that's what I'm seeing on the charts, and that's why I'm seeing it. More importantly, that's why I'm seeing it. If you got value, please like, share, and subscribe. I wish you guys a beautiful Saturday, and I'll see you guys soon.